Hey everyone, Mark here from Muscle Building Shorts. In today's video, a couple of tips on how to get greater rear delt stimulation in your shoulder workouts. Now these tips are going to be applied to a couple different exercises, and chances are these are exercises that you're already doing in the gym, but I'm going to show you how you can improve them. So a popular exercise a lot of people do to hit that rear delt in the gym is something called a reverse fly. Now some people might be lucky enough to have that reverse fly machine. The machine you can grab onto some handles, and the range of motion looks like this. You can do it nice and controlled because it's on a machine. Either your hands in this position, some of them you can grip like this as well. Either way is fine. Now, a lot of us don't have that machine, so we're going to use a set of dumbbells, right? Now, the only problem with the people who are using the dumbbells is that they're picking too heavy of a weight. Now, in order to do that simulation of the reverse fly machine with dumbbells, you have to remember where the gravity is coming from. On the machine, the resistance coming from that way, but with free weights, gravity's down here. So they got to bend over, then they got to get those dumbbells up. Now, if the weights that they've chosen are too heavy, what they end up having to do is swing the weight. So they'll be doing this kind of thing, and then they try to kid themselves. They'll say, well, I'll just control it on the way down. I'll swing it up, control it on the way down. So you're really only getting the benefit of the second half of the movement. Other thing I see a lot of people doing is, besides the swing, and they'll shrug the shoulders. That almost becomes a trap exercise. And the other thing I even see some people doing is they'll get their legs into it. So that helps to get that momentum. But really, like I said, you're only getting half the benefit, and that's only if you're controlling the weight on the way down. The better approach is to actually half the amount of weight that you're using, or even more. I mean, you want to be able to do slow, controlled movements the same way as you would have done on the machine, but you want to be able to do it with free weights. So one thing I can suggest, instead of bending over and just having half of your attention and half of your physical attention going towards standing in the right position, you can either sit on a bench, or even greater still, you can lie chest down on an incline bench. And I'll show you that right now. Okay, so we're set up now on an incline bench. If you were at a public gym, you might want to put a towel over the top of the bench here, because this is normally where the other gym users would have their head resting, and it's nice to have that little separation in between. Now, because this is a chest-supported reverse fly, it means I don't have to worry about how I'm bending over and holding my body. I can fully concentrate my physical and mental effort into performing a good quality reverse fly with the dumbbells. So you're going to want to do slow reps with a nice 3-second hold at the top. So it'd be something like this. 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, etc. And because we are using a lighter weight, and because the rear delt is a rather small muscle, you can do a good 15 to 20 reps like this. Again, it's just all about the quality of the rep, that nice hold at the top, full range of motion. And because I'm using lighter dumbbells, there's no swinging, there's no hunching, turning it into a trap movement. So another popular exercise people do to hit that rear delt is something known as a face pull. Now, there's a couple of issues I see with the way people are doing this particular exercise. One is, using this kind of rope attachment is fine, but I see a lot of people doing the overhanded grip like this. Now, problem number one, if the cable's high up, it's not a big deal, but if the cable is lower and they pull back towards them, they're getting a lot of internal rotation as they're putting stress on the shoulders. That internal rotation can actually end up with shoulder impingement over time. You may not feel it the first few times, you may not feel it the first few weeks or even months, but you will feel it in time if you have a lot of that internal rotation while you're working that joint there. The second issue is if you're performing a face pull like this, but you're also doing reverse flies like I just showed you a couple minutes ago, then this type of movement is actually redundant. Now, I want you to think of it like this. If I'm doing a reverse fly, forget about what's happening on my arm between the elbow and the hand. All the shoulder is feeling is what's going on between my elbow and my shoulder. So in other words, it's like this, and it's like this. like this, it's like this. So it doesn't matter if my hand is straight or if my lower part of the arm bends throughout the movement. If the upper part of the arm is still doing this movement, like an overhanded grip face pull, the upper arm is always swinging out in the exact same fashion. To change up this exercise to make it better is to use the underhanded grip in a neutral position like this, so that when you're pulling back, yes, the upper arm is swinging back, but you also have all this external rotation. So you're getting full use of the rear delt when you're pulling back to your ear or just behind the ear, doing like this. So since we've been talking about external rotation, here's a bonus exercise that you can do even as an alternative to the face pull. Now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to set up an inclined bench in front of a cable pulley system. You're going to want to use long handles attached to a low cable pulley. Not too much weight because you want to be able to control the weight. What you're going to want to do is have your arms straight, lie back on the inclined bench. You want to make sure that there's enough tension already that you're already lifting up the weight just a little bit. And then what you're going to want to do is externally rotate your shoulders like this. And you're going to want to hold that for 3 seconds. Great. Pull it back, hold for a 3-second count, and back. Working the rear delt in a nice controlled fashion. And just like any rear delt exercise, you're going to want to perform like 15 to 20 reps. So don't go too heavy on this. It's all about quality of the rep. So hopefully you'll apply these tips and strategies the next time you're working on your rear delts. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye for now.